and suddenly plot.
With that, hey guys, welcome back to some more Mega Man 3. I'm Sonic.
Flail.
I am Meister LP, and today is Marley's birthday.
As
What's
of
up?
recording this.
I am SaxDude26 and my eyes hurt. Also, Wily. Who is this Wily? Why does he try to be eyebrowy like Wily?
I am Commentator 1337 and I'm scoffing at all of you.
So
Stop,
yeah,
stop,
we're in
stop,
the
stop.
first Wily Castle stage, so just like any traditional Mega Man game, we're gonna start right here. Free life right in the beginning, also free energy tank.
I haven't played Mega Man and Base, but I have to say this is probably my least favorite Wily Castle in the series.
Well, that's the thing, because the one in Mega Man and Base, genuinely hard. The one in Mega Man 3, piddly easy.
Marley, if you're saying that Wily Base is just hard, the whole entire game as a whole is hard, so that's an
Yeah, I know.
understatement.
And yet it's my second favorite Mega Man game. That's weird, huh?
Yeah. I guess you like the more difficult games. Kinda like me in the Contra series, mainly the
Well,
NES ones.
The main reason for it, apart from really liking the Robot Master designs and the stages, it's just the control feels so polished. Out of all of the non-8-bit classic Mega Man games, I think Mega Man and Base is probably the most polished. So I feel like I've got the most control when I'm playing that game. It just feels fantastic.
Yeah.
Who needs
And
control when you have
one major-
fisticuffs?
One major problem that Wily Castle has, it has this really bad habit of handing you items onto your lap everywhere.
Well, it's
Yep.
nice if you got to this point with no energy tanks, like if you had a game over, if you just got here with passwords. That kind of makes your life a little easier.
I don't care, it's no excuse.
But even so, you're going to end up with at least 5 more energy tanks by the time you get to the end of the castle, and that's ridiculous because you will only really need about 2 of them.
I noticed that too. They do give you a plentiful of energy tanks. They made this to be a little more just welcome to first-time players, I'm assuming, because it is one of the easier ones in the series, that's for sure.
I wouldn't
And-
say that, more like it's... You know how this game was rushed, right? And it wasn't entirely finished. I'd say it's more of a case of that. I'd call this the unfinished Wily Castle, if anything.
Well, I didn't know the game was rushed, but that can actually kind of explain some of it, yeah.
It would explain why Top Man's in a jungle.
That's
Come
it.
there's no bottom man.
Don't worry, we're still waiting for Mega Man 11 whenever Capcom gets their acts together.
I wouldn't even say that.
I said whenever, I didn't say, you know, if.
I wouldn't even say
said
when.
wait.
Soon.
Replace whenever with if ever.
Oh, you get a point
Oh
there.
god, now we got programmings. If ever, then make game.
Keep us.
Why
This
does this
thing's
look
easy.
so familiar?
Well, because it might
Because-
be to you.
Well,
Because you're having
this is-
hallucinations.
How much
Because
content does
Sean-
Mega Man reuse?
Because, John, this is literally the same selection of stages that you joined me for in my Wily Wars recording.
Here I thought I was going absolutely insane.
Well, at least you're familiar with the game now.
Yes, I am. I can now say I'm an official fan of Mega Man.
And that Wily's Castle is pathetic in this game. Because honestly, compared to the Doc Robot stages, this place is a cakewalk. It
True.
looks pretty. I mean, I really like how the background tiles look in this stage onwards in Wily Castle 2, but... it just... the
They're
challenge
quite
is
honest.
It has very little polish at all.
Also, the boss of this stage, I can beat him with the Mega Buster. Considering he's a Mark II, that's really disappointing.
Although I always just use the
Probably
weakness to get rid of
easiest
the
level
faster.
in the entire series.
I would say so, yeah.
Hmm.
However, one thing I don't like though, I know, out there, I know I shouldn't be complaining because this stage is stupidly short. It's that if you die on a double, you do have to start the whole stage over again.
Yeah, I hate that. I wish I gave you a checkpoint right at the end, but this is one of those stages where they make you play the whole entire stage, and if you fail the boss, you gotta do it again. I don't like that concept in these stages in general.
Trying to glitch out those bees, I see.
Well, they're too annoying to deal with it. Bottomless pits or spikes. In this case, you've got the spikes. Yeah, it's like
Very co-
moonwalking with Rush there.
Rush, cooperate, you bad dog.
Woof woof.
But yeah, there's so many weapon refills here along with energy tanks. So this is where you're going to be grinding for your... well, not really grinding, but just getting a surplus of weapon refill and energy tanks.
Fleetwood.
Yeah,
Jesus,
but
Rush, go under the damn thing.
yeah, he's really picky.
You could have gone over it with him.
But he wants to show off.
Because if you're not sitting on rush, you don't use up energy. Kind of weird, but...
That's hacks. Hacks.
So,
Oh, hey,
yellow.
I remember this.
Like
I remember
Mega
this
Man
guy.
1, we can't use the polish strike to kill this guy in like one cycle.
Granted,
But you can land more than one hit on this guy, unlike most devils, so it's no biggie.
True. Usually the first...
that and compared to his predecessor, his pattern is considerably easier to dodge.
Yeah,
and that goes not only for this pattern, but the one that follows after it.
Mind you, I usually take more hits when he's first coming in, because, you know, not playing the game in a while, I won't remember what he does in the first place, but it's pretty predictable.
You know the needle cannon works too, right?
Yeah, I do, but I usually just use the hard knuckle.
That's
I
not
spend
nothing
more-
out more damage.
Yeah,
so.
it does more damage to him.
Oh god,
Well,
it's that
but no, the
phase
thing
thing.
is, though, is that this yellow devil doesn't have any invincibility frame, so I just spam it on him.
Well, true, I was thinking maybe doing the same thing, but I do know that this would still take him out just as fast.
How come there's no green devil?
Oh, you...
Where is it?
Not until
Mega
Mega Man 8. Not until Mega Man 8.
And 9. Because, well, half green, half orange.
Well,
So
that's kind of twin devils, but yeah.
there's
It's
like-
Mega Man the base as well, but in there it's ridiculously pathetic, especially if you're playing as base.
Yeah.
And there's also...
No, that's not how you dodge it. Arg.
I just take the hits because I got plenty of energy tanks at this point.
Marley's a pro at dodging it. I'm a witness to this.
I worked out Wily Devil. Wow, that would be terrifying. His mustache would go from one end of the screen to the other.
Oh god!
Yellow Devil Mark II. I kind of, yeah.
What would you
really
say is the
big.
worst devil in the entire series, though?
For easy fats, they're probably 8.
No, I say worst.
But for worse, I wouldn't be able to say, because really, besides 9, 10, 1, and 3, I haven't really played the other games that have Yellow Devils in them, so I wouldn't be able to say 100%.
To me, it's a tie between the one from either 10 or X5.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to mention the Shadow Devil. Now, is it more so because of how bad the boss fight itself is, or just how frustrating or unoriginal it is?
The Shadow Devil is just more of a fact of it drags on longer than the other devils. The Block Devil, that and combine it with frustrating.
Well, I think the idea behind the Block Devil is kind of interesting. So, I mean, for that reason alone, I don't consider it as big of a problem. I mean, because it's like fighting the Pico Master and Yellow Devil at the same time, and that's kind of cool. Albeit.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I kind of forgot if you kind of off-screen these little lights, they actually disappear.
Magic.
Because that's why I
Ooh.
kept on shooting at it.
But wait, where's the Whimsy? Why is that there?
Magic.
In case for some odd reason you land on that platform.
Gravity.
You know, that 5% chance you might. Actually, not even 5%, lower than that.
So yeah, Marley, you're completely right. I'm watching the same LP with a different player.
Oh, and 8-bit instead of 16-bit.
It looks the same to me. My eyes must be
And,
in pain.
and we're in the Frogger room.
Yay!
This room is
Frogger.
ridiculously easy to glitch, for the record.
Yeah,
Oh, yes. Very
I don't-
fun to
see?
this.
Gravity, how does it work?
exactly.
It does.
Gravity, what is that?
Yeah, he actually glitched out on that ladder when he held on to it.
Yeah.
What is this
So how
gravity? Which
interesting are the contents of the surprise boxes?
Why not? I'm right here.
It's a surprise! Ba 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 ba.
Well, that
Snake.
was worth the time.
Snakes on a plane. In a surprise box.
You know, I
Snakes
really
are-
don't really need this for Rush Jet, but I'll take it anyways. Although I will be using Rush Jet in one of the Wily
Yeah, I was about
battles
to
here
say, use it
later.
for the Wily battle.
Because I noticed for both stages of Wily, the hard knuckle is the weakness for it, but I only find it useful for the first stage. Second stage, just use Rush Jet. It's easier to hit him with.
Oh!
Yes, these are clones. You gotta figure out which one's the real one. Once you do, this thing dies pretty dang fast. Just watch.
Well, this is a very unepic comeback of the clone robot.
Copyright, yeah.
Yeah,
One.
he was more
Mega
menacing.
Man with a question mark really got a bit of a downgrade. He's...
Wily, what the hell?
I don't know what I'm doing with my creations. Ah!